Sami Khedira and Mehmet Özil are two star players in Germany's national soccer team. The team's style has substantially changed German soccer. The Chancellor recently praised the players for their courage and creativity. And that's exactly what Angela Merkel is also aiming to demonstrate this autumn in the world of politics.
We're calling this the autumn for important decisions in Germany that will affect the next decade between 2010 and 2020. That's our challenge, and it's one we shall meet.
The Chancellor is taking the offensive, and the rest of the government is following her lead. There's no longer talk of a divided team arguing amongst itself. Now everyone is moving forward in unison. Cabinet members say that's no coincidence.
There's naturally a great deal of cohesion in two major areas. One concerns the demographic changes transforming our country, how it's changing the composition of society, opportunities for children, and also the prospects in old age. The second area is globalization. In other words, how economic structures are changing in Germany.
The labor market is at the center of the reforms. Unemployment is still high in Germany, and the government wants to create more incentives for people to take on employment. But the reforms are encompassing all areas of society, including the Bundeswehr. Berlin wants to scale back the size of the German armed forces and suspend conscription. That should save billions of euros to help balance the budget. As in the national soccer squad, the Chancellor is counting on younger talent, such as Defense Minister Karl Theodor zu Guttenberg. The dynamic reformers are popular with voters, and they're eager for success. With such a motivated government, a countermove by the opposition is on the cards. Is the government afraid of that?
No, the government doesn't fear the opposition. Right now, we do indeed have quite a few projects on our agenda. We're making a lot of decisions, and I'm glad we're doing that. There is criticism from the opposition, and that's their job. But we're going to push through our platform, and we are getting a lot of support for it.
But there is a notable amount of opposition, with numerous demonstrations, especially by opponents of nuclear energy. They're incensed by the government's plans to extend the lifespans of nuclear power plants. The opposition is making a direct move to thwart the coalition's new energy policy.
What Frau Merkel has done is guarantee that people become disgruntled with politics.
Will you try to block it in the courts?
We will bring a suit because maneuvering around the Bundestag and Bundesrat will definitely be unconstitutional in the end.
There will be an autumn of discontent, now in Berlin, in Munich in October, in Gorleben in November, where many of those here today will also be present to demonstrate.
And there have been demonstrations in Stuttgart as well, this time against a major train station project. Surprisingly, the Chancellor got involved, taking sides against the demonstrators and in favor of the controversial project, a sign that she is taking a clear course in the autumn of decisions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it cannot be that the entire left side of this chamber is not willing to contribute anything to rejuvenate Germany as a place of technology, but instead is against absolutely everything.
The Chancellor is seldom seen to be so combative. Many observers suspect that there is a clever calculation behind the tactics, a major reform offensive, accepting that some protests will occur. Next year should be a good year for the government anyway, because experts predict unemployment will continue to fall to even possibly a record low. That will shed a good light on the Chancellor, and the government will be able to say that despite the resistance, they fought for reforms back in 2010 and succeeded.